Hi, welcome back to Guardian Angel Resin Creations. Today I'm going to make a just a little bowl, and I have already put in my mica powder. So I've just used the Tecaroos Crude Gold, and I've gone ahead and I've put it all around the edges. Now hopefully I have got it clean enough with the not too much on the edges, but I don't really mind. So what I want to do today is I'm using my resin casting powder from Honey Rose. So that's it there, to take my little clip off. And I get that off Temu. It's around the $16 to $19 mark. It depends on whether it's on sale or not. So, which is a kilo, which I find is the cheapest that I've found. So I'm going to be using that today. I'm going to pour it around the edges. Then I'm going to let that dry, and I'll let that dry for 24 hours to make sure there's no water at all. Like, it's a 2-hour fully cured, but I want to make sure there is no water at all left in there. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to put my butterflies in. I'm going to use my foam clay like I have been doing with my polyurethane, and I'm going to dam off a section to put in my clear resin. Then I will come back, because I want to put some flowers in with my butterfly as well. So then I will come back when that's cured, and I will put in a top coat of the casting powder. So I already have my powder measured. I've done 200 grams. I have 50 grams of water. Now I should have used a bigger container, but it doesn't matter. So I just want to show you how easy and quickly this mixes up. I'll just move that so you can see. So I'm just moving that powder around for a second just to get that water in there. Just to get that water around it. It sets up so smooth and beautiful and super white. Now you can color this. I have colored this with my granddaughter. I just used the what did I use? I actually used my mica powders, and it turns out pale and beautiful. We did a purple little container the other day and it just looked amazing, but today I am going to stick with the white. So just scraping it off the bottom there, give it a really good mix. It turns out lump free. It is beautiful. Now I have been doing this in a silicone tank, get it right, silicone container, and I just didn't even think today. I just grabbed a paper cup. So just keep mixing. Mixes up so fast. Look at that, there's a couple of lumps left in there, and it de-bubbles itself. Just want to make sure there's nothing on the edges. Now yesterday I was a little bit too vigorous with my cups, and I put a hole in the bottom. So I need to be super careful. But these cups, these are from Coles. They're just coffee cups from Coles that I buy in a pack of maybe 20 or 30, and they cost me about $5. So, and you can get them in 2 or 3 different sizes. I don't spend a lot on my cups because you're throwing them out anyway. And I use the silicone for this because I can just take it in the sink and I can just wash it out. But for my resin, because the silicone cups, I find you cannot get all of the resin out. So I do use my disposables unless I'm doing a big pour. Then I have a great big silicone cup that I use. So, alright, that hasn't taken too long. You've listened to me yap about my cups for long enough. So that's all nice and smooth. And then I'm going to bring my mold back. Hopefully you can see me. About there. Make sure you are all in my video. And then we are going to pour. So I don't want to get it around the edges. Okay, so I should have maybe decanted into a smaller cup, but we'll see how we go, because I can always wipe this off because it takes, like, it doesn't take long to dry, but it's going to be easy enough for me to wipe off. And I think my 200, oopsie, it's going to be way too much. So I may need to find another container. Okay, just gently pour that in. It is moving around because I do want it right to the edge of this part here. There we go, keep going. I will write down, I keep forgetting with all, because I've got a whole heap of new molds from Temu, and I do keep forgetting to put the measurements on my molds, so I need to write it all down. Okay, I'm just about to where I want to be. Okay, now my bench does not look like it is straight, which is a little bit annoying, although I think that's okay. Just a little bit more in there, I think, because I'll bring it up to this bit. Okay. It's going in nice and cleanly. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't think I'm quite level on my bench, which is a bit annoying. Maybe the mold's not level. I reckon the mold's not quite level. Let's pour the rest of that in. I don't want to waste it. Go, scrape that in. I think that's going to be awesome. Right, so I'm just going to not have my head in your way and just clean that little bit up. Edge there. Get off. There we go, got it. Now there's something on there, but I can get to that before I put in the other resin. So I shall just push this to the side, cover it up with, I normally cover it up with another mold that is about the same length, or I have a little lid that I can put on it, so I'm going to do that, and then I will come back probably maybe later this afternoon, but I'll let my run a little bit late today to be doing resin, so because it is 11:30 in the morning, so maybe I'll leave this till tomorrow morning and then I will come back. Okey-dokey, I have had this sitting out in the sun for a little while, so it's a gorgeous day here today, so it is all cured and lovely. I have had my resin sitting for at least probably 15 minutes because I have been doing another project. So I have made up the Ice is Toyo, and I've put a little bit of acrylic ink, the Montmartre, bright green, which is probably a dumb move because I've put a little bit too much, but we're going to see how we go. So it may, I may not be able to, what am I saying? Like, you might not be able to see the little holographic things now that I've done it green, and hopefully it's not going to be too green. So make sure that that is not standing up over anything. So, okay, now I said that I made up 105 grams. I know I said what I was using, but let's see how we go. Now I think there is something in the mold there. I didn't wipe it over after it being outside, so let's get something under this butterfly. Because I only want a thin coat. Sit that butterfly back in. No bubbles under it. Just make sure that we get everything out. Run that around there as well. Now, I might have made up a little bit too much, but that's okay. I can use this in something else. So, just squidgy it around a little bit, give it a bit of a torch. So there was no air bubbles in this because it has been sitting for a while. So just, there we go, move that around. I think I'm going to have to put a little bit more just to cover the wing of this butterfly. I don't want to do too much because I want to put the backing coat on it. Oh, and you know what I didn't do? I didn't do my little well. Okay, ruined that, didn't I? That's not good. Now there's nothing that I can do about that now, so okay, we're gonna have to have it like that. So I will just pour the rest of this over my butterfly just to get those wings covered, all covered up. That's annoying. I got sidetracked doing another project. Oopsie, that's not good. Get rid of that. Scrape that out. Oh, I can't believe I did that. Oh well, I'll have a back coat of the resin, or I will have a back coat of polyurethane. I will see what takes my fancy in the morning. So now I'm just going to put that on. Bit of unmixed resin there. Move my butterfly around a little bit and see some bubbles in it. Just tap them out. I'll just push and get rid of the bubbles as they're coming up, because there is quite a few in there. Just dislodge them a smidge. I don't want to torch too much because I don't want to burn the resin. So let's just go over here and here we go. I just run this around it just to move some of these bubbles. Get those bubbles out from under it. Hopefully you're not seeing my head there. You can see those bubbles in it. There we go. Come on, out you come. Now I can put, if I need to, I can put a little bit of a top coat over this if I don't get all the bubbles out. Go. Just seems to be, every time I move it, it gets more bubbles in it. Okay, just going to put that there. Push that across a smidge. Now I'm just going to just leave that go and see how I go with it. Right, just move my stick. I'm just going to just spray it with a little bit of alcohol. Now, my flowers, I didn't really organise myself because I started the resin. I turned the resin on and put it on my little machine when I thought I was finished doing my other project, but I was not. So I've got some new flowers. They're from Amazon. There's actually 2 packs of flowers here. So this is my first pack. Get it, there we go. And then this is out of my second pack. And these little tongs come with this pack here. So I'm going to just give it a move, give it another torch. My torch will work. Go, rid of some of those bubbles there. I think I may have got most of the bubbles out. So I'm thinking, because I've got the green in there, not sure what colours to do. I might do a bit of yellow. What do you think? Maybe I'll do a bit of yellow and a bit of the white first, I think. So, here we go. They're just sealed. I'll just rip that off. Not rip that off very well, obviously. Get that off, there we go. Now it's the plastic stuck to my gloves. Okay. Just gently pull that up. Hopefully you can see me. I'll move that up there a little bit, so move that over there. There we go. I'm actually going to take a glove off to do this. And I'm going to get my other tongs. And there we go. Oh wow. It's got a bit of green behind it. Probably green wasn't a very good idea when you've got a purple butterfly in there, but we'll just do a bit of white, a green, a nice daisy. Get it up. A couple of these. That in there like that. Might put another one of these over this side, because I did want the butterfly to look like it was sitting on something, but I don't think that's going to happen now. So I've got 2 there. Oops, I don't want that there. Move him over there. Now I think I'm going to go, that's the green side, I'm just going to stick that under there like that. Bit of this. That's pretty. And another one of these. Might just go there like that. Now I didn't get as much greenery as I normally would get. Now there's a couple of nice flowers in this one, so I'm just going to push that down so that I can take the thing off it better and just gently pull this out. So it's a purple butterfly on yellow and white flowers, so it's always the wrong way around. Gentle, gentle. Alright, so that one's come up, so let's just put him in there. And it probably helps if I don't have resin on my tongs. Right, there's a really nice yellow one here, so I'm going to lift him out and stick him over here. A couple of these little tiny yellow ones go there. Look at these are lovely. Might just lay that like that. And a red one. I'm gonna go like that with that one. Go. And I am going to put in a couple of these little red flowers as well. I want him to look like he's in a garden. There's a petal there. Going to put a purple in there. I know there's a white one underneath him, but that's okay. And then I think I'm gonna go maybe a reddy up here. Actually a red down there. And pink over here. There we go, just move that around. I might just move these and get another couple of these white ones, I think. That's a nice big double one. I'm going to put him over here on top of the butterfly. I'll just push him around a bit. There we go. Oh look, there's a tiny little one, the tiniest little flower here, which I might try and pull out if I can. And there it is, there's one. Look at that. Push him under there. Hopefully my face is not in your way. Go, get in under there. There we go. Making a bit of a mess here. So I'm just going to do one more. Just an orange one. I don't really make them very easy to get into. Now lift that up again. Oh, see, they do it upside down. There we go. Nice orange one there. Yeah, and I think, oh look, greenery. I think we're going to go like that. Move them around a bit. Go, push that up there. Let's get that out. There we are. Just move them all down a smidge, I think. Let's get that leaf out of the way. Perhaps a little bit more in here. Nice little purple one. I think I need something there, so I'm going to try an orange one there. Alright, and there we go. Hopefully it looks like he's in a bit of a garden. I should have actually put one underneath him, but it'll be fine, and it's a little bit too late now. So I think I'm just gonna let this set up. So you're gonna just put that down in there. There we go. Just under that bit of green there. Just make sure there's no spaces. Lovely. I think that I'm done now. I need to stop playing. Just stop it, leave it. Done. Okay. I will leave this until tomorrow until it is set properly. Do I have a couple of bubbles there? I'll just pop these bubbles that I've got there. There we go. They're just coming up out of the edge there. I'll just go around here and have a bit of a look-see. I think I'm good. Hopefully you can't see me. There's a couple coming up. Beautiful. Alrighty, I will catch you in a minute. It's the next day. This is all cured up. Got one air bubble in it. Hopefully you can see that. Now, this does not look even around it. This is going to be definitely a misshaped bowl. And I've had some overflow down there. So I'm thinking, so that I can get this shaped properly, I might just pull the sides away. Just pull the sides away like that. And try and get it, I can just shape it a little bit with my top coat. Just pull that away a bit. I want to try and get the casting powder to go down the sides a bit and cover up where I've made this mistake. So just pull that to the edge. I know you're not meant to do this, but we'll see how we go. So, because I was hoping to have like the line, but I don't think it's going to look very good because it's not, it's all out of shape. So I'm going to mix up my casting resin. I used 200 in the bottom, so 200 grams in the bottom of it. So I reckon I'm gonna make up the same amount for the top and just try and get it to just seep down the sides a little bit, get this back in shape of smidge. So we'll see how we go, because I can always, if I want to, sand it back off and make it level so that you can actually see these bits. So, because it's like it's got curves in and I don't want that. So maybe we'll just see. We'll see how we go. So, all right, I'll make up some resin and I'll come back. Okay, measured out my casting resin. So I've got 200 of the powder and 50 grams of the water. So when you're mixing it, just make sure you go around the edges, like just slide around the edges of your cup, just to make sure that there is no powder at all left, like on the edges, and just give it a really good stir. So I am using really quite cold water because it's just straight out of the fridge, my water. So I drink bottled water, so I just use my bottled water. So all right, so it's all sort of stuck back to the resin there, so I really don't want an uneven bowl. Alright, so we're going to give it a go. So we're going to just pour it in, just make sure it's all mixed in. I've got a couple of big bubbles that have come out from underneath the flowers. The big bubble there that's come out from the side. So that obviously wasn't stuck on there properly. But this side's definitely thinner. There we are. And I did play around a little bit more with the flowers and got them into the resin instead of some of them just sitting on the top of it. Okay, now I haven't done this with flowers before, so it's a learning experience, isn't it? So I like to learn and do different things to hopefully what other people are doing. Get it in that little bubble there. Just scrape it in that bubble. That big bubble. Oh, it might not be enough. I might have to make up even more for it. Now, I thought my 200 would be plenty. Like, it doesn't have to go all the way to the top. Really, does it? Now, what's it doing around this side? I'm just going to spin you around. Just see what it's doing. Because it's definitely uneven. Now, it is not going down the sides, so I really liked this effect here. So I've got some bubbles in it. Give it a bang. All right. I'm just going to pour it in down the sides and just see how it goes. Hopefully I haven't ruined it. Bring it in down the sides. Let it run down there. Make up some more. Get in there with my fingernails. Just get it in and around. Even if you can see like a little bit of the green. There we go. Get that down in there. Because with this I know that I can always give it a light sand. Pull that in there. Get it around this side. And I know that I'm not wearing gloves when I should be, but this is a pretty forgiving resin. You can just wash it off your hands. Okay, there we go. Just try and get that, even that up better. Get those air bubbles out of it. Okay, I'm going to make up another 200, I think. Wipe this off my fingers, and then I will come back in a second. Alrighty, I've mixed up a new lot of resin, and just going to pop these sides again. Make sure that that is running. Now I can see down here that I had a bit of unmixed powder, I think. Going to get that in there. There we go. Pull that back up. Beautiful. Okay, it's warm outside, so it has started to set up really fast today. Just pop that out. Just get those air bubbles out of it. A few big ones in there. I can see an air bubble in the edge there. Oops. Oh, just splashed it everywhere. Get that air bubble out. Bring it down the edges. Squidgy that air bubble out. pull that across. I'm going to get that right the way down so that you can't see any marks from where I'm doing it. Now that does look more even than it did before. Get these bubbles out. Pour the rest in. A couple of fine little bubbles coming up from the edges. Just going to push that bubble up there. Come on, up you come. Try and get that bubble out. There we go, I think I got it. No, just gonna try and ease that bubble up. There we go. That's got it. So don't really want bubbles around the sides, because that's defeated the whole purpose of trying to fix it, isn't it? Ruining it even more than it was. So I can see the edges there, but I think that's going to add to the character, because it's definitely going to have character. Alright, pour the rest of that in. Make sure all the base is all mixed properly, because I did pour it into the same cup that I was using. Surprising how much powder these molds take, but it is quite a large mold. If anybody knows where to get the powder in bulk, please let me know in the comments, because it is quite expensive to do when it works out. I think I've done 600 grams, so $15. It's probably cost me about $12, and that doesn't include the actual resin that I've put in there. So maybe $15 to make it. And I was watching Steve McDonald working out how he works out how to price his items that he's selling, and he said that you triple the value of the resin that you put in there. So this makes this at least a $45 bowl. Now I'm not sure whether anybody would pay $45 for a little bowl, but if you think that that is the right value, please let me know in the comments. Let me know how you would price something like this. So, alright, I'm going to leave this to set up. I'll just maybe sit it out in the sun for a few hours just to make sure all that water's out of it. And then I will demold and make sure that there are no bubbles in there, because I'm seeing a bubble. Put that down in there. Get that bubble out. Alrighty, I'll see you shortly. Okie dokie, we're back. So it's been a few hours. It is set up. I've had it sitting out in the sun because it's such a glorious day today. So see how we go with this. Oh, I've got a few air bubbles around it. Alright, so not sure how to get it off. Oh, look what I've done. Look at that. But this stuff you can sand really, really easy. So I think I might end up doing that. So I'm not sure how to get this off. I'm just going to fold it around. Oh yeah, that's going to need a sand. Look at that. Stuffed up putting it down the sides, didn't I? Okay, get that out. I know I'm a little bit close, but I have got another project off to the side. So get that out of there. Try not to break it while I'm doing it. Mold comes out pretty clean. Just got a bit of excess mica powder on it. but that'll wash up quite nice. So let's go, shall we? Oh, bubbles, bubbles, look at that. So I will smooth all of this out, and then I will get my varnish. I think I might do it with a matte varnish. I'll try and bring out some of these. Sorry about being so close. I'll try and bring out some of this green on the edges there. There we go. Look, and I got a bit of powder, but that will just come off, I think. Hopefully. That will just come off maybe. But look at that. Not sure whether I like it or not, but it's super smooth. Look what I've done. I've brought all this white down here, so I might have to get it with my gold pen, or maybe maybe put a little bit of mica powder into the varnish and try and fix that up. But so smooth on the inside, but it's disgusting on the outside because I ruined it. So my butterfly turned out. You can see the butterfly sitting underneath it. So I managed to get the flowers. There's a couple of bubbles, but that's okay, I don't mind. But that's super smooth. And with my other cheaper molds, when with these, they have the crosses and they don't have enough of this under there, so they sink a little bit. This one not so much, and you can't really notice it, but I'll do a bit of a tidy up and I will come back when I've tidied this up and I'll work out what I'm going to do with it, because it's super heavy. So I don't know that I like it, but might be able to put it outside near my pool and put some stuff in it outside. So alright, I'll come back and tidy all this up and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've had a go at sanding this. It is like sanding a rock. So I'm going to give up. I don't have a sander big enough to fiddle with. Like, I've only been using like this tiny little one. I think I'm just going to put it out in my garden or out on my back table so that we can just, I think it's just going to be a stuffed bowl. So a little bit disappointing. I ruined it, my bad. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please let me know. Like, I know what I did wrong, but let me know what you think. And thank you to all of my lovely subscribers. I really do appreciate it. And thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to just put this up as a fail. We all need to put our fails up so that other people that are watching know what we've done wrong. So thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time, and be safe.